What's going on, guys? So today we have the brand new camera. So this is the first video in 4K, and hopefully as long as my internet can take it, all the rest of the videos will be in 4K. For the few people out there who watch the videos on their big 4K TVs and you want it to be nice and crisp and the quality, hopefully we've done that. This is definitely an upgrade. It's going to take more time for editing and more time for uploading and stuff like that, but I think it's worth it. It's always good to upgrade when you can. Unfortunately, my old camera broke, so I was originally going to replace this. It's about $200 used, and I thought, you know what, there's a good opportunity to just step it up and put out better quality, right? So I want your feedback. Let me know how this video quality is. Let me know how the audio is. First, we're going to take a look at the older camera here. All right, so you can see what I was filming with. It is still a Sony Handycam. One of the criteria in looking for a new camera is I needed this viewfinder, because when I'm filming, like right now my camera is at an angle like this in front of the table on a tripod, and I need this to rotate back. Okay, so like my head is way up here, but I'm able to see what's going on. So as I'm filming and holding a knife, whatever, in fact I have a little Quartermaster knife here to do a test in a second, but I'm holding a knife and stuff, I can't sit behind the camera. Like the camera's up there, but I'm using that viewfinder. Alright, so this is heavily angled, and I'm able to see what I'm doing, so I can show you guys detail and stuff. So that was super important. I was torn between this new Sony Handycam as well as a Canon that a lot of people had recommended. They both look good. The Canon, unfortunately, because it also had a very similar feature, but when this was being used, you cannot film in 4K. Alright, so that was kind of a deal breaker for me. And I mean, they're both in around the same price. So yeah, this is the old camera, if you never knew. It is a Sony Handycam. If I zoom in on here, we can see it is model FDR-AX43. You can see all the battle wounds. This was a Ricochet early on, shooting 12 gauge. I want to say it was probably a buckshot. I doubt birdshot did that, but I remember taking a shot, and I was probably 30 or 40 yards away, and I was shooting a barrel. A burn barrel, and I literally saw my camera go, like, it went like this, and just the whole thing twitched. I'm like, what the hell was that? And I looked at it, I'm like, oh my god, I almost broke the camera. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I've been very happy with the camera. I've used it obviously for years now. Films in 1080. The only thing, whoops, let me make sure I'm fully zoomed out here. That's something else too, is that this camera, the new camera, has such a wide lens, such a larger lens, that my camera is physically a lot closer to the table. Usually I'm filming and my camera is like, I don't know, 10 or 12 inches higher. So that's something I have to get used to as well. But there's a couple of reasons why I ended up picking this one up. Not only am I familiar with this platform, it's a very similar style camera, obviously just an upgraded version of it, but I'm also heavily invested in batteries. I have a couple $100 in batteries and battery chargers, and this one takes the exact same style batteries as the old one. Alright, so that was a big deciding factor on why I got this one. But yeah, so that's pretty much it as far as the cameras go. So let me put this off to the side. And that's the old one. We'll put that one off to the side. And by the way, this old one here doesn't have a boot for like an external microphone. So again, I mean, in the future I'd like to maybe get into a boom mic. Of course, I want to see what the quality is like here. It should be the same as it was before or better. But who knows? At least I have the option on the new camera to add different things like that, flashes and different mics. So that's kind of a cool thing. But part of what I want to do here in the video, see, it's such a wide angle. I have to move that stuff even further away from me so you can't see it. But I also wanted to check out, just what it would be like to do a knife review, because obviously that's a lot of what I'm doing. I want to see the detail here. So let's say I'm talking about this Quartermaster knife. Flip it out. I bring it up to the camera, I want to show you some detail, the autofocus. Alright, that kicked in. A little bit of a delay, but that's okay. It's looking pretty darn good to me, to the viewfinder. Alright, moving around. Talking about the blade steel and everything. I'm going to do a video on this knife in the future. This is just, like I said, a test to see that autofocus. Because what was happening with my old camera, I'll tell you in a second. Actually, I think I already explained in the first video. But let's say I drop down, fairly slowly, it stays with me. That's good. The autofocus is good. Let's say, I don't know, I have a moment where I zoom in real quick, and it takes a second, Come on. Put the hand behind, there we go, okay. So as long as I throw that hand up or something, it'll focus fairly quickly. So yeah, the old camera, what happened was when I took that spill down the stairs, it got jostled. And while I'm filming, if you notice the last few videos, you know, it's just like, as I'm talking, it just starts getting blurrier and blurrier and blurrier. And if you notice, I do a lot more cuts because I'm literally noticing this, looking at my viewfinder, and I have to stop what I'm doing, zoom in, right? Zoom in, zoom back out, so that I can have it focus again. And it was super annoying, and it's something I obviously can't continue to do. So yeah, now we're here with the new camera. All right, so yeah, looks like this one's gonna work out just fine. Throw those hands up, it focuses in fairly quickly. And I can show you all those details I need to talk about when I'm, you know, showing things and talking about stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a test video. Again, let me know quality down below. If you do have 4K TV and you got your videos and you're watching them on the TV, let me know, because this should be about as good as it gets right now. Eventually, I don't know how long it's going to take for something like 8K to be mainstream, but I think we got a few years at least. So I think we're good with this, right? You tell me. You can give me a feedback. But this is the first video, and from now on, all the videos should be available in 4K with the new camera, and we should be good to go. So that's all for now. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.